All right, looks like we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the awesemo.com Live Before Lock show. It's a Thursday that feels like a Friday because it's mine and Josh's last show for the week. Well, I guess technically we're doing an NFL show tomorrow, but you don't need to know that. For the sakes of this live stream, it's an exciting thing that can only happen once. I'm joined by my friend, the Chubster, Josh Engelman. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm pretty good. I can't really complain at all. Life's dope. I've got all my best Braves gear on today in honor of partially fading Julio Teheran, so it should be good.
Not in support of bench clearing brawls with your future star player.
No, yeah, I'm not supporting that at all. I got on my soapbox this morning. I don't need to get back on top of it again.
Okay, because that is one where I will take the side of people who think that was a shitty thing to do, because that was a shitty thing to do. Just because a guy's really good, you shouldn't peg him and injure him. At least he's back in the lineup tonight, though.
Yeah, no, you can't. I shouldn't get into it again, but I don't have a. It's not okay to hit someone with a baseball on purpose. It fucking hurts.
No, yeah, it's not the best.
It's not like pooping in somebody's shoe or like filling their car with packing peanuts or something like that.
No,
there's potentially high levels of injury if that goes wrong. You shouldn't.
It's old school baseball stuff that, like, out of all the things that we nanny state in the kind of the society right now, it's surprising that that's one that people will still defend sometimes and be like, well, yeah, that's just baseball being baseball.
Yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, let's talk baseball. DFS
Let's
baseball,
talk about the Mets. Mets are a great team. It's now legally mandatory.
Oh, now you're finally talking about the Mets.
The Mets had quite a night yesterday. We had one guy on Twitter. If you follow our boss at AwesemoDFS on Twitter, you might have seen him retweet me going back at a dude because he said we didn't talk about the Mets, and we all very explicitly talked about the Mets as being a favorite play on the day. And I also warned against Austin Gomber, so really a double win for me. But let's just talk about the Mets real fast because they're having a great day slate too today. What's up with the Mets, Josh?
I don't know. There was baseball on this morning.
Look, I'm just saying we got to talk about the Mets every show now. A guaranteed Mets feature every baseball live stream.
I hope you had Bautista for that grand slam, and I don't know if there was a slate. I didn't look at anything for this morning, so as far as I was concerned, they didn't even play today.
I'm surprised. I assumed you would have played the brunch slate. I didn't realize you didn't.
I don't play two gamers. I think it was a two gamer.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, Brandon Nimmo, our home run picks were part of a very, very worthwhile stack for our boss, Awesemo, who won tournaments on, I think, both FanDuel and DraftKings. Definitely DraftKings. So, yeah, Mets had a good night. Brandon Nimmo had the best night one can have, almost hitting for the cycle, but not getting a home run. So, really felt good. Felt good to own him.
Felt great to me.
It still was worthwhile to have him in my lineups, but it hurt.
Padres lineup is out, which means we are done worrying about lineups. Cue the late scratch at 6:57.
Yeah, the Padres. Actually, Spangenberg has been raking, and he's up the lineup now, so he might be a little sneaky, interesting play. I guess let's talk about stacks since we talked about the last lineup being out. What are you doing tonight, stack-wise?
This should be an interesting conversation. So everything may change in the next, we'll say, half hour. I'm paying close attention to the weather for the Royals game because I have a lot of Sam Gaviglio, and I might have to amend that if the weather looks weird. So I've got radar up now, just kind of holding out. But anyway, talking about stacks, I'm all over the map. So the Rockies are my number one stack by like miles and miles and miles, and no one is on them whatsoever. They're one of the least owned teams of the entire slate. Only like 3 teams have less ownership. I have them as like my absolute highest owned by far. I nerfed it a little bit. I had guys at like 35% that were projecting for 2, so I don't think that I need that much leverage over the field. Right now, I am loading up on the Rockies, and it's mostly because I have no respect for Julio Teheran. So Rockies are 1 for me, Twins are 2, and then Angels and Blue Jays are 3-4 on both sites, depending on which one you're playing on.
So you could have talked me into the Rockies if Blackman were in the lineup. Like if they had Blackman, Dahl, and Gonzalez up top, Teheran much worse versus lefties. I think that's somewhere I could see going, but they're pretty high priced for a very low team total. So for me, I didn't get there at all. I see where you're going against Tehran, but that's a volatile number one stack to have.
Yeah, they're just so cheap that like it's offsetting everything. Like especially on FanDuel, they're crazy, crazy, crazy cheap. A lot of my exposure is going to David Dahl, Cargo, Arenado, and Story. And like I don't care that it's righty for Arenado and Story because they're good. It's not as if they're not like good players just in general. And they're checking off boxes of third base and short. Look, I don't know why I have as much as I do. I can't really figure it out. But I think it's just a lot of the lack of respect of Julio Tehran and the price point. So I'm riding and dying with the Rockies tonight.
Yeah,
I think I am on an island.
DraftKings are not as good because you have the top four of the top five guys are about $5,000. I mean, they're all 4,900, but practically 5,000.
FanDuel, it's crazy. Cargo is 2,700. David Dahl's 2,300. I mean, they're just David Dahl is barely above the minimum, leading off against a very hittable righty. Same for Cargo, $700 above the minimum.
Yeah, that makes a little more sense to me, given that FanDuel price. But yeah, on DraftKings, I can't see getting there, and I just didn't like the matchup enough. Like I could see one-offing Dahl, but I don't know, not for me. I'm with you on the Twins though. Twins are a very high team total tonight. That stretch in the middle of right-handers in particular seems pretty fruitful for this matchup. So I'm with you there, going against Liriano. Ownership's a little off-putting, but I still like those guys for the most part. You have even a pretty cheap first baseman in there with Tyler Austin. You get a catcher with Mitch Garver if you want. I also wouldn't sleep on Johnny Field being in the lineup, even though he's not that great of a player. He does hit home runs. So yeah, I'm with you on the Twins. Who else do you feel like Colorado crazy about?
So the top three teams I'm over the field on, at least on DK, are Rockies, Twins, and Blue Jays. So it's not real. I don't have anybody else that's incredibly crazy. My only other really crazy take is that I'm essentially at half or more of the exposure of the Rangers. They are not a team coming up for me at all, and they are the chalk team on DK. Like, we're projecting 15% aggregate to the Rangers on DraftKings. I only have 5. Just they're not popping up for me.
Yeah, I'm actually with you on the Rangers one. I'm mostly fading the Rangers tonight. Cole is not going to go deep in the game, but I think he's been good enough in short bursts where I think he's going to be better than the team would indicate, or the ownership would indicate. Still a pretty good team total there, but and I don't think Cole is a fantastic start because I don't think he's going to get. I mean, he hasn't pitched more than 50 pitches, I think, so far in the majors. So I don't know that I would go there to start him, but I think he can hold off Texas enough. I love the Angels tonight. I'm crazy about the Angels. I think they're in a fantastic spot versus Gerardo.
Yeah, I'm over the field on both. They're third for me on FanDuel, fourth on DK. I mean, they're super chalky, but I'm eating that chalk. Gerardo's terrible.
Yeah, and I think too the Ohtani as a name who I will almost definitely be referencing later. But yeah, I think Ohtani is my favorite play of the day in a lot of respects.
How does it feel to ride my coattails?
Oh, was he a quick hit?
Yes, he was.
Oh, good. No, I'm glad we're on the same page. That's one where I don't think there's no debate there. Gerardo's very bad versus lefties, and they're in Texas, and Ohtani's great.
Very true.
I love Ohtani. He's one of my favorite players, so I feel like generally goes a little underowned. Bill Butler in the chat. Why are you just is he doing an annoying troll thing? He used to be useful, Bill Butler. Get back on that. I don't know what we're talking about.
I would get one done if I could.
I would not. I want to have children someday, and I'm perfectly fine just blowing loads as we currently are. We're living life. Yeah, best pitcher tonight. Let's talk about pitching. Where are you going?
Everywhere. Honestly, everywhere. It's the weirdest pitching night we've had of the year. It's like I said, it might change quite a bit if I pull this from so I have 37% Gaviglio, the guy that I have the most exposure to. So I'm way over the field there. But I've got 20% Buchholz, 10% or 11% Roark, 30% Gray. I even have 15% Tehran. I'm just way under the field. 32% John Lester, way over the field. But I'm with the field on Weaver. I've got some Santana, a bunch of Ivan Nova. I'm just sort of saying, fucking YOLO. I'll have 10 different pitchers.
You're not referencing my favorite pitcher, Jacob Nix.
It's probably because he shouldn't be your favorite pitcher.
Why? Why would he not be?
Did you see the rankings?
Okay, but that's also because he has a very small sample size, and he's, what's this, his second game?
It's absolutely not why he has crap rankings.
I think it is. It's not a bad team total 4-4. I mean, there's a lot of bad pitchers on the slate, and Nix was really good in this one outing this year, and he has good minor numbers backing him out. And they're in San Diego. Like, again, all the things like Robbie Erlin, was an okay enough player to help win some tournaments yesterday. I think that I would absolutely say Nix is in that criteria. The price is a little higher, obviously, than Erlin was, but on this slate, I have no problem with Nix.
I have 7%, which matches the field, but he is not a good pitcher. One of the worst of the day.
That is crazy. He's one of the worst of the based
He's
on what?
EE in our rankings, and I agree with it. That's the best that I can do for an explanation here.
I think it's EE because of sample size. I don't think it's EE because of his ability, and he's a top prospect.
If you think that Alex is grading someone as an EE because of a small sample, he would not be the number one player in the world.
I don't know. I think that
projects with a 6.5 K per 9 from Steamer, which is significantly below average in missing bats.
Yeah, he's not getting strikeouts, but he is getting a good chase rate. He is getting a passable swinging strike rate. I mean, I think there are indicators there where, again, we're going off of a limited sample size. I think he can get more strikeouts. He also was really good versus righties in his last outing. The lefties kind of worry me a little bit based on the small sample size, but I think Nix is passable, especially on the slate where a lot of the guys like Irvin Santana is going to be 20% owned. I mean, I'd rather go Nix than Santana.
At
least I like skill line.
I basically have the exact same amount. I'd rather be way under on the Santana chalk. That's for sure.
Yes, I agree with that. But yeah, I don't know. I just think Nix is a good play. He's under 10% owned in our current ownership projections. To me, like, he fits all the stuff that I would look for. A guy with some upside. He's a little overpriced. So the value part of it, sure, I'm with you on that. But the cheap guys today are absolute dog shit. Unless you think Taylor Cole can do enough, and I don't. So not going Sparkman.
6.8 Ks per 9 in 10 AA starts this year for Nix. I'll pass.
So he fits that Padres criteria they like of guys who don't get bombed but also don't do much in terms of the way of strikeouts. And on this slate, I think I'll take it. Tehran and Nix for Trunks. Trunks just supporting guys with X's in his name.
Yeah, those are the two guys I probably like the least. Ignoring Liriano, Jurado, Sparkman, and Taylor Cole, who basically no one is on.
Caleb Sims. Josh is off sometimes on his pitchers with a period, so it's an affirmative statement. I agree, Caleb, with a Y and a K.
You guys are agreeing on the wrong shit then.
All I know is I've been getting good at picking my terrible pitchers, and Nix is one. I don't even think he's terrible. I think he's good enough. He's just not going to be like a great fantasy pitcher, but he'll be good enough to not get dinged up. You mentioned John Lester. He's a guy whose ownership you are, I guess, double the field on. I don't know what our updates are.
At the minimum.
Getting rocked lately. Any concerns about Lester's recent performances? He's been very, very bad.
Not really, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I have concerns about just about every pitcher on this slate today. Nobody's good.
Yes, that I would agree with.
Well, that's not okay. That's not totally true. I think John Gray is good, especially at 8,700. But it's fucking trash out there today.
I think Gray is. If you could switch around some of the matchups, I'd feel better about these. Like if you gave me like Gray versus Detroit, then absolutely. If you gave me something like even Tehran, I guess Tehran versus Colorado is not bad, but Tehran versus like San Diego, I would be in. But the way the matchups are constructed today, I do agree that it's sort of a limited upside, high risk slate.
Yeah, like I'm just hoping that all of the pitchers that I have don't die.
Jacob Nix is the youngest out of them all. That's why you go with him. Healthy, vibrant.
Yeah, bad, I think is the word you are looking for.
I think we're going to look back on your Jacob Nix take with a certain degree of regret.
I doubt I'll ever look back at it after this stream.
I will look back on it with great zeal when Jacob Nix leads me to the promised land of a GPP victory, or at least leads like somebody else to the victory.
I can't believe he's 7,800. That's the most fucking baffling part of all of this. The fact that he's priced at $1,300 more than Ivan Nova blows my mind.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Let's see, people talking about it.
If Jacob Nix were 6,500 or Liriano's price, I would agree. But he's the 5th most expensive pitcher on the slate, which is ludicrous.
People know the Knicks hype is real.
There couldn't be less Knicks hype unless it's only you talking about him.
Or the New York Knicks.
That's true.
I think the reason to me that I would go to Knicks is just because he's more expensive than Santana. I think Santana's been really bad since he got back from injury. I think, Knicks has okay stuff that might have more upside than it seems. And I think that's where I'm willing to pay up a little bit to be contrarian in this particular spot. But we'll find out. We'll find out who's going to be right. One thing real fast, we do have a deal right now on the website. If you sign up for our NFL package, the season long, if you put in the password or the promo code NFLA20, you'll get $20 off of that season long membership. And you also get some free benefits, which we can't plug because people might abuse it. But go do that now. Sign up for premium for Osmo.com. Get all of our NFL rankings, which just came out today. NFL A20 is your promo code for $20 off on our season-long package. So go sign up. I wish that Jake were in the chat so we could drop a link for us.
Jake is in the chat.
Oh, Jake, drop a link for us. And also drop a beat if you can.
Hey, do I get any credit for Conforto going yard right now?
No.
It was, I made that. It's been in the last 24 hours.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, well, it depends on the time zone.
It's a whole new world.
Depends on the time zone.
No, Jake, post a link to the sign-up page.
I mean, I could do that.
Hey, I mean, you could, but if Jake's there, Jake usually is pretty good about posting links. Promo code NFL820. Real catchy promo code. How about like NFL deal or sports with a Z? I would like better promo codes in the future, please.
Jacob Nix.
Promo code Jacob Nix. Get a free membership. No, that's not a deal, but it should be. Jacob Nix goes off. You get $20 off of an NFL package.
Yeah. That's not a true statement, everyone.
Well, no, it is true. It's just you're getting the same promo code we already discussed. We'll do home run picks in 5 minutes. 3:30 or 6:30 East Coast time, 5:30 Central time, 4:30 Mountain time, 2:30 Hawaiian time. That's where we are.
I have all 10 pitchers projected in between 11.2 fantasy points and 13.9. Everybody's the fucking same today.
That's why you go Jacob Nix.
Oh,
the difference maker.
Yeah.
What are you doing with this Kansas City Toronto game? Are you playing it? Because I actually have been fading it the entire day.
I'm playing the bats, but Gaviglio is my scare right now. I'm not worried. I don't really care about the bats. I'm very worried about the weather for Gaviglio.
I'm a little worried about missing out on the bats, especially because they're not terribly owned either. I don't know, from a combination of weather and the fact that it's the Blue Jays. In fact, the Blue Jays also, just generally go a little under-owned. But Glenn Sparkman looks like a very, very bad pitcher. He's no Jacob Nix.
Yeah, Glenn Sparkman doesn't sound... Glenn Sparkman, I said it earlier today, Glenn Sparkman sounds like a Simpsons character.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not on Team Glenn Sparkman today.
Sparkman probably going to get blasted by lefties. Probably also going to get blasted by righties. That's why I'm hoping that game doesn't play. I think that'll save me from any potential hurt at also a good hitting park.
I'm 2.5 times the field on the Blue Jays, so it's going to be pretty essential if it plays.
Any idea how/when shows will be for NFL? So we're going to do our last little chapter 6 of the preview thing tomorrow for defenses. Going to be doing that tomorrow at around 2 p.m. East Coast time. Right, that was what we decided on? 2 p.m.?
Sometime in that neighborhood.
Yeah, sometime in that neighborhood. Talking defenses. we have rankings up. I'll be out next week. I don't think we'll have any NFL video next week, but then when we come back, we'll probably try to get a roundtable together, break down all the rankings, break down the pricing and stuff. So talk about that stuff for probably an hour or so. Then weekly, I don't know. Like, do we know what we're doing? I think I gave a plan at some point. But
well, we'll definitely be doing a live before lock stream every Sunday. That's 100% happening.
And there'll be some stuff during the week, obviously. I think the goals are to do some sort of lineup review, whether it's us or somebody else doing it. We'll find out.
I would guess we would probably do something maybe Thursday morning before whenever the Thursday game is to like move forward there. But like, it's not the type of thing that gains a lot of like. I don't have a lot to say about the next week's slate on a Tuesday.
Oh, I'll have a lot to say. So, don't you worry, guys.
I mean, we'll figure it out. To me, good like content for NFL is going to be key on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, the Sunday in particular will definitely be doing. That'll be a for sure thing every day before the lock. We'll have somebody live doing that.
Yeah, I'm absolutely doing that.
During the week, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Have you thought about a quick hits for NFL? Yeah, sure, that's a possibility.
Yeah. I'm just more excited to do it for the NBA.
That will also be fun. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't figured out the full distance for everything. If you already signed up for NFL, can I still get that discount? Great question, Cesar. If you're not, discounts only for the season long package. So if you did get that, maybe try emailing the support email and somebody will throw you something, I think.
I don't know. Depends how nice you are, Caesar. Because I'll be the one answering that email.
Cesar's one of the good ones. He's always been a positive boy.
I'm just kidding. So if you got it in the last couple of days, we could probably do something. If you have the season package.
Boom, boom. Ownership updated. Yes, ownership was updated just a second ago.
Hey, Frank, so do I.
What's new with ownership? Anything good?
I doubt it moved all that much.
Anthony DeSclafani, 50% off.
It would be a good idea. He'd be one of the best pitchers of this slate.
Ugh, god damn. It hurts to know that that's actually probably true. Let's see, anything good? No. Oh, Cole Calhoun. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of Cole Calhoun.
That is a great deal of Cole Calhoun. Yes, we're looking at the ownership projections, which are just updated on the site. If you're a premium member, go get on that. Go check that out. Cole Calhoun, currently the chalk of the slate. So
I want to learn more. Yeah, he's even past the amount that I have.
Yeah, I get it. I faded a lot of Cole Calhoun because I think obviously Ohtani and Upton are better players, and I don't mind the down the order as much. So that's where I'm trying to make a stand in terms of my ownership, because boy, that boy's going to be highly owned. Yikes! All right, paste that out.
Mets have 17 runs right now.
That's crazy.
I wonder if anybody recommended them.
I think they were really spurred on by us going with 2 for 3 on home run picks with them and really believing in them. I think that's what I want to go with.
I'm sharing my damn stuff. You want to know how much I like the Mets? Pause it when I'm on any one of these screens that show everybody's exposure. Or ask in the chat, I'll show you. I don't even care.
The second that guy tweeted it, I was like, I know I said the Mets because I like the Mets all night, and that's why I picked stupid Nimmo.
I knew I had them.
And Alex said it,
I knew I was fucking dancing at the top of the mountain because the stack was killing it.
What's the best stack for him? 5-3, 4-3-1, or 3-3-2? The best correlation stack you'll get is a 5-3, but obviously your mileage may vary. You want to get as many.
I run a 5-2-1 on DK, and more often than not, either 4-4 or 4-3-1 on FanDuel. And that just sort of depends on if the pitcher is a part of one of those stacks.
What are your guys' thoughts? Actually, it's 2 home run picks. Adam Cook will get to your question in a second about Washington, but let's do this real fast. I'm not going to mince any words. I'm going with Shohei Ohtani. Home run. Lock of the day.
Ohtani 16th in my model.
Okay. And you downgrade because of your distaste for Asian people.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's why G-Man Choi always comes up so low.
Yep.
That's the reason why I presume. I can only presume.
Well, no, just Japanese people.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. Don't worry.
I'm all aboard Koreatown. Alrighty. Makes me kind of want to pick Shinsu Chu now. Go fully Oriental.
That is not the phrase.
No?
That is a phrase for rugs and objects. And even then, I think it's not allowed anymore.
Really? Do we not consider that area to be the Orient?
We do not.
Huh. Yeah, okay. News to me. My apologies.
Jacob Nix, no hitter and a dong. I agree. Home run. It won't count, but Jacob Nix is the kind of athlete who can do both.
So, like, the Orient Express is a really problematic tag team?
Yeah, it's not a.
I mean, like, I understand like the logistics of them specifically in the way they were portrayed, but like, I didn't realize the name was a problem.
Yeah, I think that was like an early PC one where they got that one back because of the. I remember that from being little, where they were like, yeah, no, you use like rugs. Rugs are Oriental, but not people.
Yeah, good to know. I will fix myself for that.
You'll reorient.
I don't want to be wrong when I know that I'm wrong. You know. Oh. I'm not willfully ignorant. Man,
that's fair.
Who do we want?
Pick Cole Calhoun.
Wow, someone already tweeted at me about it? Jesus Christ. Sorry, does that offend Catholics? This is tough, man. All right, so you went Otani. There's not another Angel. You know, I should go Cole Calhoun, but he's too chalky for me.
Gonna be letting a lot of people down if he didn't home run, which would make it even better, I would say.
I just like nobody stands out at me. Like everybody looks like garbage. I hate this slate. You know what? I guess I should stick with my crazy Rockies love. So give me Cargo.
All right, going against Mr. Julio Teheran, and I don't know if the baseball savant Jay Carr is still in the chat, but if he is in the chat, he'll drop his pick shortly, I'm sure.
It's really like a sea of garbage.
I like the Angels. That's pretty. I was locking on the Angels from the jump. I like the Twins a little. Didn't get much further than that because those two are really the only two. I also don't mind Pittsburgh just playing the narrative that Lester is somehow banged up or hurt or something. I think they have a pretty nice little righty run of guys in the middle there.
Juan Soto.
Oh yeah, so let's talk Washington. Washington, a stack that people have been keep trotting out there, but not doing so well lately. What are you doing with Washington tonight going against Luke Weaver?
Yeah, I'm quite a bit over the field on the Nats. 4% on both sites, so I'm going right back to the Nats.
There is, so the baseball savant picked Juan Soto. I missed that. All right, so there we go. So Jake believes in the Nationals again. I saw the things. It was some article. It might have been TK Live's article today. I was talking about like Luke Weaver and how apparently he's much worse versus lefties at home and blah blah blah. Obviously, that would benefit the Nationals. I just couldn't get there. The Nationals have been pretty bad. That total's pretty low still. Obviously not a fantastic hitting park in St. Louis. To me, that was sort of enough to not go Nationals tonight. And of course, that means it'll be the night they go off. But I actually have more Weaver than Nationals by a fair amount.
I have them both.
Okay. Jansen going back to back with 29% ownership. Is Jansen projected for that? He's not as good a deal on DraftKings anymore.
Oh, I don't. He was only interesting because he was 2,000.
Yeah, I don't need to go back there tonight, and also because of the weather. Yeah, Jansen only 3% owned right now on DK according to our projections.
I have. All right. Well, I have 33%. So, fuck, do I know?
How do you feel about the Cubs lefties tonight? I feel good about them, but didn't stack a ton of them.
Cubs left. I don't even know who the Cubs lefties are tonight. Let's find out.
They go against Nova, so that's obviously a big benefit.
Yeah, I have a lot of Nova. I'm right with the field on Hayward and right with the field on Rizzo. They ruined this lineup by moving Rizzo out of the leadoff spot. I would not have Javier Baez hitting leadoff, so.
Yeah, Javier Baez is not great matchup-wise, but he is a good enough player. I don't mind him. I could definitely see you going with the lefties in that lineup against Nova. Hap too, a player who people often forget about in those stacks, but he does get some good home runs, some good contact. Yeah, I don't hate it, but I think I only have like one or two Cub stacks tonight.
Alrighty. I'm gonna nerf my Gaviglio exposure. I'm not feeling this game. I don't know if he's gonna be able to go long enough. So,
like, I think he shouldn't have added Gaviglio in the first place. I mean, I guess no, he's defensible versus the Royals, but still, yeah, no Gaviglio. Josh, is it crunch time yet?
yeah, I'm about to start now. There's only 7 games, so I'll be able to crunch in like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have Gaviglio projected for? 13%. Yeah, 12 will work.
Any Detroit for you against Santana?
Not really. Relatively under the field there.
Okay. Yeah, like, I don't know, Santana I feel like is a pretty good leverage point. I mean, I never like stacking the Tigers because they're not that good. When they're not good, they're really not good. But Santana's been so bad since he got back from the disabled list. Swinging strike rate of 2.9%. It's the worst on the slate. 58.8% fly ball rate.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not very good.
I don't know. I just thought for you guys out there who are still making lineups, maybe consider Detroit. Not where I went to tonight, but in a high variance spot because of how bad they strike out, how much they strike out, and how bad they are. But Santana's been pretty bad, and at 20% ownership.
I truly have no idea what's going to happen when I hit crunch here. Moving all of that Gaviglio is going to be very, very interesting. I have a feeling it's going to be like 25% Knicks, and I'm going to look like a boner.
I really hope that's how it works out. Have you ever beat Osmo in a GPP or a head-to-head? I've never played him head-to-head, but he plays 150 entries a day in most tournaments that I play in, so I have finished ahead of his before. I'm sure Josh has too.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Finishing ahead of all of them might be noteworthy.
Yeah, I don't finish ahead of his bankroll at the end of the night, though.
Yeah, that is the key qualifier at the end.
Yeah, like if we played head-to-head over the course of the year, the gap in head-to-head would not be as big as people think it would be.
Yes, I would agree with that. Any love for Victor Martinez because of BVP? No BVP, so no love for Victor Martinez.
It's an acronym I'm not familiar with.
Let's see. Is Martinez even hot lately? Seems like maybe he could make a case for recency bias, but I don't think any of the Tigers are what I would qualify as hot, either looks wise or performance wise.
I'm not sure anything on this entire slate is hot.
Angels.
It's hot garbage.
Justin Upton's hot.
Let's do my DK crunch and figure out where we end up.
Victor Martinez has been hitting home runs lately, so if you want to make that pick, I find it defensible, but
I find it indefensible as well.
No, it's defensible based on hating Santana and Victor Martinez hitting pretty well, but still not a spot I'm dying for.
Lineups I have 36 minus 28. I used to be really good at math in my head. Now I'm not. I think it's the reefers.
Do any of you guys like Ohtani tonight? I do like Ohtani. It doesn't matter whether Ohtani's home runs are in Angels Park because he is in Globe Life Park, which is one of the best hitting parks in baseball.
Weird one, Mello. You obviously do not follow us on Twitter, where I selected Ohtani as one of my quick hits 6 hours ago. Get with the program. Yeah, we love Ohtani. I assume Jake loves him too. He checks off all those boxes for things that Jake would like as well. So I think the Awesemo team is all over Ohtani tonight.
How's this guy? When you talk about Gerardo's home run rate, Sean B, this is when I question you, buddy. His home run rate's very bad. His home rate to lefties 5%. His home run rate to righties 6.4%. His home run rate the last 14 days 9.1%. Ariel Gerardo gives up a lot of home runs and a lot of hard contact. So that is just inaccurate. Please don't say inaccurate things, Sean B.
It's nothing crazy. I mean, he hasn't really pitched all that much in the majors, so 1 homer changes that rate pretty significantly.
But I mean, you can't say he doesn't have a bad home run rate. Yeah, Gerardo gave up 4 home runs to the Yankees in his last start. Thank you, Jake.
It projects as roughly league average for me.
I don't know. I just don't think that you can say that he hasn't given up home runs when he literally has given up home runs.
He's thrown 20 innings.
Faced the White Sox and Orioles in 2 of his 4 starts. He's bad. Thank you, Jake.
Oh, he's bad. That's not what I'm saying. But, I mean, he had a 1.06 home run per 9 across all of his starts in the minors this year. It's nothing crazy. He's just gotten popped in 20 innings in Major League Baseball. And in that park, not going to help. Like, a lot of the problem with Gerardo giving up dongs is the fact that he's in one of the most homer-prone ballparks.
Right. So, I mean, I think we're talking about multiple factors here, and it's just wrong to say. I'm not saying he's not that homer prone. What? I can't. You can't say he's not that homer prone because he has been homer prone so far. Whether he levels out or not, we'll find out. We'll probably find out tonight. Dude, Sean V, the bane of my existence.
I mean, I'll confidently say that I don't think that he's that homer prone.
I think he's going to be more homer prone in the majors, given that he is in one of the friendliest hitting parks, and he also gives up a ton of hard contact.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great spot. I think he's prone for home runs today, but I don't think that he is like a homer prone pitcher just in general. I just think he's bad in general.
Okay. But like Gallardo, he's not going to get pummeled. Look, I think if you want to say in general, sure, but tonight everything is shaping up for him to give up some home runs, and the matchup doesn't fit him. So that's where I have no issue with Gerardo. I don't think, I'm actually not as confident in a full Angel stack as I am for parts of it. Like Ohtani, I'm very good with. I think a good hitter, though, is going to bang him up. So that's why I have no issue with Ohtani. And I do have some issue with Cole Calhoun. But he might have a good night, too, because they're in Globe Life. Let's see. Anything good in chat? Big Braves fan, Josh. Yeah, really? Yeah, not really. Just fashion-wise.
Yeah, I have a lot of their gear. I don't really have a favorite baseball team any longer. I will support the Braves over any other team, but ultimately, I don't give a single shit what happens at the end of the night. If I have a good lineup, I don't care who's in it. It could be the Yankees and Phillies with the Mets, whoever's starting for the Mets. That's like the worst case scenario for me from a fandom standpoint. I'll happily take the cash.
Good third baseman on FanDuel. Who's your best third baseman on FanDuel for Eric?
Let me take a look. Pasting in my DK crunch right now.
Will you watch SummerSlam? Yes, I will be watching Well, I actually don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it live, but I'll definitely be watching it at some point because I have friends in town staying with me. So
I will not be watching SummerSlam.
Will you watch NXT?
No.
Oh, NXT is going to be really good.
I haven't watched a WWE product since WrestleMania. I basically only watch the Rumble and Mania, and that's it.
I'll watch most pay-per-views, and I do keep up with it.
I can't. It's shit. It makes me so sad.
I like some of the Brock stuff. It's been a little fun. It seems like they're close to something, but I don't know when that's turning the corner will be. I can't watch Raw all the time now because I used to watch it every week, and now it's like between the West Coast thing and just 3 hours being fucking dreadful.
I don't even watch the YouTube highlights unless I see a very specific angle that I'm interested in. I just don't trust them to make anything matter. Anyway, third baseman on FanDuel is very clearly Miguel Sano for me. If you're looking for someone that's not owned out the ass, I guess Arenado.
Hey, Zach, you can go fuck yourself with home run picks if you're not going to ask for mine. It's not gonna. I'm the keeper of the home run picks. God damn it, and the one who's fucking in the lead.
Oh, Zach, I very much appreciate the way that you asked that question.
I
took Carlos Gonzalez, and Jake took Juan Soto, and those are the only 2 things that matter.
That is completely false. My home run pick yesterday had 35 points, or 38 points, and then not a home run, but still counts.
Well, I now basically have no nicks. He is the lowest owned pitcher for me that doesn't have 0 ownership.
That feels like a blind spot.
Oh, I'm comfortable with it. Looks like I'm taking a pretty healthy stand on John Lester and Ivan Nova. But really, I have so much ownership spread out in pitching that none of it matters. I'm really surprised that I don't have a lot of Tigers today because they grade out statistically really well, but they're just so cheap that they're kind of useless. I feel like that is probably a mistake on my part.
But actually, who was your home run pick again? I completely forgot before I put it in.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Oh, okay. It's very forgettable, but all right.
Yeah, we'll see when he puts one in the cheap seats. Trust me, I won't let you forget.
Ohtani will have more home runs and more points. I mean, well, maybe not more home runs. He'll have at least the same amount of home runs and more points, unequivocally.
You want a Chick-fil-A bet that?
No.
Howard.
Out of spite for Zach.
Howard. I will certainly Chick-fil-A bet that. And I probably like Ohtani more. I just want to make a Chick-fil-A bet.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do it. I'm really just fighting this guy Zach.
Everybody point and laugh at Chris for being a chicken. He doesn't even want to bet chicken. He's that much of a chicken. He doesn't want to bet his own kind.
It's true.
I didn't realize that I was going to make a double chicken joke. I'm so happy about it.
That would only lend to the reasons why I wouldn't make the bet. I wouldn't want my people to die or to have to eat them.
But you're going to be out there saying, eat more cow, I guess.
Too many Zachs in this chat. I agree. Zach Wenkos, you're okay. Zach Carpenter, you're okay. Zach Jameson, you're okay. Zach 247510. I already forgot your numbers. You are on my dog shit list. That's true. Josh wouldn't bet me on Knicks. Josh is too afraid of Jacob Knicks.
What do you want to bet?
I actually don't want to bet. I'm not in a betting mood.
I've got him projected for 11.2 fantasy points.
Like I'm in betting moods when I'm in better moods. Today I'm in like an overworked mood, and I just got to get shit done before I go on vacation. There we go. There's all the Zachs who are okay. Good team Zach representing well, just not that one Zach. Cut him out of all your events. Put a no Zach sign outside of your treehouse.
I never had a treehouse.
Neither did I. I was always very jealous of them.
I didn't have a tree to have said house.
I technically lived in an apartment, so I didn't have a house or a tree.
I just had a long, narrow yard.
Team Zach, except that one Zach. Good job, Zachs. They're coming together like Megazord.
Zachs assemble.
What do y'all people? Weird. 2 things in a row about Nico Goodrum. What do you think about him? I think him being a lefty in that lineup is good, but I didn't go Tigers tonight.
I forgot he was on the Tigers for a second. I have 3% on DK. So not a direction that I am going. All right, 221 FanDuel lines. Minus 28. Good to know.
So I'm not in a betting mood. No, my job is not giving betting advice. I'm giving you strategic data analysis. 2 completely different things. But it's a fair point.
He's pretty much spot on.
Strategic data analysis. Josh,
that's the type of shit that you would put on a resume to make this look different.
Josh, do you like Blackman? Do you like Blackman even though he's not in the Rockies lineup?
I mean, I liked him a lot. Unless there's supposed to be like a space in that.
Well, that would be Black Mon, so that would be like Jamaican people.
Yeah, and I would say that I do. They were incredibly nice to me when I went to Jamaica for my honeymoon. Shout out Percy. Best bartender ever, man.
Sorry, Sean B's giving guarantees misspelled guarantee in it. That does sound like a Sean B guarantee.
You should get a stamp for that, man, but spell guarantee wrong on
it. And that's a Sean B guarantee.
Big bright letters.
What positions do you look for power hitters if that's a thing? Any position.
It's not a thing. You were right to assume that it wasn't a thing.
Yeah, no, just like for guys who make good contact versus pitchers who give up home runs and give up bad contact. David Fletcher or Logan Forsythe? No site given, but I'll make the pick anyway. It's Forsythe for me.
I would imagine it's Forsythe for me.
I think Forsythe's a little overowned on DK, but yeah, no. Fletcher's been pretty cold. He's up the order, which is good, but I don't want to go Fletcher tonight.
I have twice the field on Forsythe, so yeah, Forsythe for me.
How much Roark do you have on DK?
11%, so I'm under the field.
O'Neal or John Jay on FanDuel? It's hard for me to pick against Tyler O'Neal. Sight unseen, going Tyler O'Neal.
Probably O'Neal, if I had to guess.
All right, sexy muscles coming. It's clean sweep.
Ooh, maybe not.
Oh.
Neither. Well, I guess I'll take O'Neal. I have O'Neal projected for more points, but I'm not really owning either of them. So
you don't want to go against Jacob Nix. He is the new Austin Gomber, the buzzsaw of the night.
For a second, I forgot who Jacob Nix played for.
He is a Padre.
I mean, I don't have any Diamondbacks, so I'm not going against Nix.
There you go. You're learning. Avoid my guys. I mean, not that Austin Gomber was my guy. He should have been my guy though, because like I didn't like him. I don't trust him. Gomber sounds so much like Goober. It turns me off.
That's weird.
What, did it sound like Goober?
Yeah. That it turns you off.
Well, it's like a low confidence name. I mean, it turns me off in terms of a pick, not in terms of the
sexually?
class direction. No.
Then I just heard it wrong.
Just different kinds of turnoffs.
Yeah.
The stream just died? Yeah, great dot.
Ooh, does say stream's dead. Oops, stream resumed.
Okay, hey, we're back. Who knows what happened there?
Yeah, I saw that too. Oddly enough, like I wasn't on the live dashboard at all until like just to look and see how many people were here. And then all of a sudden I saw that too. Weird.
Would you go Bote or Taylor Ward on DK?
Oh my god. We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Bote's been pretty good lately. Numbers on the season also up pretty high now.
I have 2% Ward and 9% Bodie. So there you go.
Yeah, I think Bote is a better play, but I do like Taylor Ward. Taylor Ward's sample size is pretty small. Chris, you like David Fletcher tonight? I do not like David Fletcher as part of that Angels stack. He's one guy I'm skipping. Even if I go Cole Calhoun, I'm skipping David Fletcher mostly. Other guys I like more at his positions.
I have 17% Fletcher. He grades out really, really well for me.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's a BA in our rankings.
He is a B and an A in our rankings. But I don't know. I don't think he's as good of a player. He doesn't hit home runs. I don't like that. And he's 14% owned. So he is a part of that lineup that I'd be willing to fade. Grichuk or Hap? What site, Zach? We don't know what site.
Yeah, pass.
Top shortstop on FanDuel.
Let's find out. I just pasted in my FanDuel crunch. I got a ton of time. Top shortstop for me on FanDuel. Oh, man. I don't even know if I have one. So much of this is driven by the stacks, but I've got... So Trey Turner and Trevor Story both have the highest projection. Jorge Polanco, probably the best combination of upside and value. And then if you need just value, I mean, like if you want to go to Adrianza, if you're stacking the Twins, you could do that.
Wait, what was the name?
Adrianza?
There you go. You got it.
What did I say?
He said Adri. It sounded like Adri Lasagna, but I think he said like Adri.
I burped during it, like Rick, so that was probably not helping.
The Grichuk or Hap question is for DK.
I would imagine. No, the answer has to be Grichuk. I have 42%.
I'd probably go Hap because I don't like the weather and that Toronto-Kansas City game, and Hap is a switch hitter, and that's good versus Nova, who is bad versus lefties. So
Grichuk might be the best play of the day.
That's no.
He might be the only AA that I see in all of the hitting. So, in fact, that would be a true statement. So he's an AA, and I've got 42% of him. I'm confident in what I just said then.
Otani's an A and a B, and he's a good player.
Yeah.
So I would take him over Grichuk.
I mean, if you were asking me to pick between the two when I was building a lineup by hand, I don't have a problem with that. I'd be more likely to use Ohtani today as a one-off than I would Grichuk.
Okay. So fine. Just don't disrespect Ohtani.
But yeah, I mean, Grichuk is the best play of all of the people in our rankings today.
Do you have any Padres stacks versus the Ace Clay Buckles?
I would imagine no. I mean, I have 2 lines of every team today at a minimum, but I don't get any above that.
I don't hate the way they structured that lineup, but I did not go against them at all. Spangenberg's been raking lately, so if I were going to go against him with anybody, he'd be one. I would make sure to get in there, but top 3 looks okay, but not a stack for me tonight. Is 65% Grichuk and 55% Ward crazy or genius?
The Grichuk one I don't have a problem with.
I don't mind either of those guys, but the amount of them both seems pretty high. I don't like either of them that much.
I don't mind it too much. It's a little outside of what my ownership caps are for hitters, but nothing too outlandish. I don't mind the go all in type strategy, especially on a day like today.
Would you go Santana or Nix for a FanDuel pitcher?
Holy shit. It's got to be Santana, right? I have no Nix and 5% Santana. So Santana.
So it's definitely Nix. The question for any pitcher either or, the answer is Nix.
I hope he gets fucking bombed.
Wouldn't be surprising. He's not owned enough though. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe that's probably why he's not owned, I guess.
Yeah.
Look, Nix is one. I like what I saw from him. I'm willing to ride it out. I'll take his E and his 6% ownership. Put them all in a sack.
I snorted there.
Whatever. Guarantee it's limited sample size. Alex doesn't like guys with no pedigree. He likes guys with a proven track record.
I mean, everybody prefers to have more information.
I like risk. Nix is money. That's why you're the good Zach. Russell Baez, only Cubs bats I like. I would definitely like Rizzo if you are going to like Cubs bats.
Yeah, I guess. I don't like him hitting 4th.
Hitting cleanup, more RBI opportunities.
I'd rather have him hit leadoff and have more at-bat opportunities.
How are you doing with your John Gray shares? Or actually, no, I mixed 2 questions up. But how are you feeling about John Gray today, ownership-wise?
I'm right with the field on both sides.
Yeah. How many Tyler Austin shares do you
have? Probably not a lot. Shit, what team is he on now? Twins.
Minnesota.
I'm right there with the field. I can't figure out who Tyler Austin is and who Tyler O'Neill is in my brain.
Tyler O'Neill is sexy muscles. He is an outfielder for the Cardinals.
I know who they both are.
Tyler Austin is Stone Cold Steve Austin's son who plays for the Twins. He was recently traded from the Yankees.
Nope.
At least half of that's true. He was traded from the Yankees. The Stone Cold Steve Austin part, optional.
Could be his dad. Who knows? I mean, obviously, it's not his last name not being Austin and all.
Maybe he legally changed it like the Ultimate Warrior and then gave birth to Tyler Austin.
Yeah, maybe. If his name was Austin Williams, maybe.
Austin I don't mind tonight. Going versus Liriano. And Austin has the best home run rate on that Twins side, so I think he's a pretty good play at a lower part of ownership at that stack, so I don't mind him. Tough giving up your first base spot for Tyler Austin, though. That's the only thing. Who's a catcher for DK GPP for you, for Malcolm, who was Mr. Either Or today?
Somebody's got to ask a question.
Sure.
Catcher today on a DK GPP. So Salvador Perez is the best option of the entire slate. So if you don't mind going against the 18% ownership, I would definitely go there. I'm very, very heavy on Danny Jansen, so I would say that he would be my GPP answer.
I like Elias Diaz. Lester's been bad lately and is generally pretty bad versus righties, and Diaz has been rigging. So Diaz was one of my favorite. I don't know if I have the most of him tonight. Probably not.
I have the least of him.
I like Diaz. I like Garver too. I don't mind in that stack too, especially if you're going down to Austin town.
Garver has the second most exposure for me.
Okay. Yeah. Catcher I didn't love tonight. I wasn't crazy about it, but
get yourself some Danny Jansen, man.
Not at 3,600. If you were 2,000 again, then I'd be all over him. But also the weather.
If we were at 2,000, I might have 80% of them today.
I'm just avoiding that game. I don't like when Mevin Toth's forecast before he went on the air didn't look good, so I'm afraid.
I'm only worried about it from a pitching perspective.
Tyler Austin will be a Yankees trivia question for all time. He and Judge both homered in the same first game back-to-back. Interesting, Team McB. Divergent career paths, maybe. Hopefully for Aaron Judge.
Brendan Bowling, I have 12% Mazzara.
Arcia, Perez, Garver, Jansen, 25% each. Arcia is very cold lately, so that scared me off Arcia.
I have 1% Arcia, 28% Perez, 27% Garver. I just dropped a bomb too while I was saying that. And 22% Jansen. So one of those things is not like the other. One of those things just doesn't belong.
Yeah, Arcia was due for some regression. So that's part of why I went off of him, but he's also just been really cold. I think he's been finding that regression. So matchup wise, he does make sense. So, I don't mind him, but I don't want to rely on him too much. Burned me a couple times. Chris, are you fading KC Toronto? I am fading that game.
Not me.
I don't know that's the right. Yeah, no, Josh is riding.
For the bats specifically, I have nerfed Gaviglio quite a bit.
And I'm sure you nerfed Glenn, what's his face? Glenn Blankman?
Oddly enough, I didn't have to touch him.
He didn't come up a lot for you?
No, not so much. He has the third lowest projection of the day behind Taylor Cole and Ariel Jurado.
You know what hurts a little bit is that his K per 9 is better than Jacob Nix. I don't think Jacob Nix is a worse pitcher than Glenn Sparkman, to be clear. And he clearly has a great name. Jacob Nix, Glenn Sparkman, what are you going to do? But that doesn't make me feel great about Jacob Nix.
I told you a bunch of things that shouldn't have made you feel great about him.
He limits contact.
You can't look at Sparkman's K rate for any part of this.
I'm just saying that it's better than Nix. That's all I'm saying. It's not that it matters.
Yeah, I mean, he pitched all of his innings in relief. It's probably 20% higher than it should be because of that. Oh, good. So so Nix is better then, as long as we can agree there. Whew. Thanks for selling me on that. No, I mean, they're both garbage.
Thanks for reassuring me about Jacob Nix. Feel good about it. I think I did 10 lineups today. I might have like 7 Nixes on them.
This would be a good thing to look at, actually. So starting pitchers this season have a 21.4% strikeout rate.
Mm-hmm.
And relievers have a 23.2.
Okay.
So
I was going to say just 22.3, right?
21.4. Right, yeah, 21.4. So that is an 8% increase by being a reliever. Something to keep in mind if somebody had been a reliever and is transitioning to a starter. You want to dock their strikeout rate.
Okay. That makes sense. Shorter bursts.
Yeah.
How many grams of weed do you smoke in a week? I have no clue. Like an ounce a month is what I go through.
Oh, that's way more aggressive than me.
Well, I also had a really big backwood blunt stage in the last month or two that's been trying to ratchet back. I got my volcano back from.
Oh, nice. Like if I could go outside my door and like walk across the street and go to a shop, it would definitely be more than it is. I just try to ration it a little bit more because it's more of an inconvenience.
Yeah, I have to buy some this week before I go to wine country. Got to get stock up. Probably gonna blow through a bunch there.
Ooh, where are you off to?
Going to Temecula, which is like the hot new cheaper wine country. So we rented like a full house with a pool.
Nice.
And wineries in walking distance. So gonna get hammered and be safe.
Is there like a wrestling something or other in Temecula? What?
No.
What is in Temecula?
Temecula was where that one guy challenged another guy to a fight on Twitter. That's what it's best known for.
That's not why I know that. It's like Team Alpha Male or something. Were they in Temecula for a while?
I don't know. It's a popular now. It's like a popular bachelorette party and like house rental destination because it's cheaper than Carpinteria and Santa Barbara and all those, but still nice. It's also got a fun name. Metal Burning's from Temecula. There you go. Thanks, Metal Burning. Yeah, your neighborhood's apparently much being gentrified heartily by Airbnbs.
As they should be.
T McBee, I bought a glass blunt off Amazon Life Chain and cleaned those things out though because they get clogged up fast. I have one of those twisty blunt things, and they get real gross if you don't keep an eye on them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like a spiral. It has like a gold spiral in there, and it's a tube, and you basically can put weed in and cycle out the ash as you go. It was popular on like Facebook videos for a while, and a lot of people bought it on Instagram too.
Never heard of it. Yep. Oh, we're locked.
We are locked. All right. Ohtani's going to go for how many points? 100? 200?
I'll take anything above 15.
I think he'll give you 15. Ohtani's good, man. You're going to be real excited for me and Ohtani tonight.
I mean, I like him, but I have him projected for 10.7 on DK and 14 on FanDuel. So,
oof, not enough Ohtani.
I have twice the field of Ohtani. I have plenty of Ohtani.
Ryan B. Wilson Winery. I'll keep an eye on that, Ryan B. But yeah, that's it for us today. We got tomorrow. It'll be me and Jake doing the live stream because Josh and Jake, the old swapperoo, the old double team. Wait, maybe not the old double team.
Oh yeah, he also gets a turn on the wife, and I get a chance with Jake's girlfriend. We're swapping everything. It's this wife swap.
Yeah.
Come on, Mom.
Jake definitely seems his love of BDSM shines through.
Yeah. Who the hell is Renee Zellweger?
On that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Josh will see you tomorrow as well. Actually, we'll see you guys tomorrow. If you have time, Friday, nice summer Friday, tune in to us, 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking about defenses in the NFL, probably a little of a Friday live stream vibe. And then Josh and I Jake and I will be live after that. But
yeah, get ready for a thrilling discussion on team defense for the NFL next season. It's really going to be an invigorating discussion.
There's a lot of great stuff. Look, our live streams are always a fun time, and I have so much information in the NFL that I've researched, and somebody has to fucking listen to it.
Can't go any worse than the tight end video went.
That was, whatever, man. People remember when Austin Hooper finishes in the top 5 or top 10. They'll be like, thanks for pointing that out, Chris. And I'll be like, you're welcome.
Anyway. No? Best of luck, everybody. I hope I see you all at the top of the leaderboard with me.
All right. Good luck. Enjoy Ohtani tonight, and enjoy Austin Hooper in the future. Bye, guys.
Cargo for life. What?